Emmy Hall at TFL Truck. I'm here with Rich Miller. He is the senior product dude for the brand new Nissan Titan. And you know, there's something super special under the hood. We'll find out what it is coming up next on TFL Truck. All right, Rich, 2016 Nissan Titan. I've got a 5.0 liter Cummins diesel in this. How did you guys get that away from Ram?
Oh, well, I don't know how we got away from Ram, but I do know that when we were looking at our next Titan and we decided that we wanted to get into the diesel market because we saw an unmet need. There was customers there saying, why can't I get a V8 diesel or a diesel in the half-ton segment? And so we looked around, we have our own internal diesels, and we shopped around, and what we were looking for, Cummins came to us and said, hey, we've got this V8 diesel. It wasn't the exact configuration that we have here, but they said, we've got this V8 diesel, what do you think about this? And it met the needs that we wanted. We worked with them. They are a great partner to work with. We worked with them on getting the horsepower and torque numbers and getting the acceleration and towing exactly where we wanted as Nissan. And that's how we brought it in. And now we feel that we have this space in the market where our competitors have kind of gone more towing and more torque and more power out here, but they've left a space behind. And this is the space that we wanted to fill. This is the white space that we talk about. And it's really customer driven. Where customers came to us and said, hey, I've got a 10,000 pound trailer. I don't want to spend X dollars just to get a diesel truck. Why can't somebody build something like I had back in 2005? And that's exactly where we're looking to place this engine in this truck.
So this is kind of, it fills in the space between a light duty and a heavy duty pickup.
That's right. You can call it an in-betweener, or you can call it a Goldilocks. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's perfect right in the middle.
And so, but what are my other engine options if I don't need a diesel? I know I've got a V6 and a V8. Are these brand new engines for the Titan, or?
We do have a V8 engine that'll be available with the same chassis. I should say that there are two chassis with the new Titan.
Okay.
There's the Titan chassis, and then we have the Titan XD chassis. And the XD chassis comes with the diesel as an option. We also have the V8 gas engine. And then the Titan will have the V6 engine and the same V8 that's in the XD model.
Okay. Now, do you guys have any power numbers for those engines yet?
We're not announcing those yet.
He's not announcing those yet.
But I'm telling you the big number, 555 triple nickels on the Cummins diesel and 310 horsepower.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's stump filler.
So now I know I can tow 12,000 pounds with the Cummins diesel.
Or more.
Or more. So what about my payload?
Your payload, we haven't announced those numbers yet, but we're over 2,000 pounds of payload with the truck.
Okay. Now, I also heard in your presentation that I can hook up a trailer by myself with this new Titan. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Yeah, that again came from the focus groups. Customers are saying, you know, I need to be able to hook up a trailer by myself. I don't normally haul somebody with me when I'm hooking up a trailer, and people can do it, but it's always a little bit cumbersome. So a couple features that we've added to this truck. One, we have a guideline that comes off of the hitch in the rear view camera that we have, and so they can line their ball hitch right up with the conventional trailer.
So you don't need anyone behind you going this way, this way. Okay, no, you messed it up.
Exactly. My wife will be happy now. But the other thing that we added was a trailer light check. So the other option that the customer had to do is they had to have somebody inside the vehicle turning on the turn signal, putting their foot on the brake, running the running lights. Now, with the push of a key fob, they can hook their trailer up like they normally do at the hitch, and then they can walk behind the trailer, and with the push button on the fob, it'll cycle through each of the lights. And so the customer can say, okay, I have a running light out on this side, or my brake light's not working on this side, and they can fix those. It makes them safer and gives them the peace of mind that they have seen it and done it all by themselves.
Exactly. It really kind of fosters an independence, which is sometimes what having a truck is all about, is you have got independence and you can go out and do your own thing and kind of go anywhere you want to go.
And that's exactly how truck guys are. They don't necessarily want to ask for help. They want to say, hey, I've got to get this done. I'm going to get it done by themselves.
Exactly. Now, do you guys picture this as being more of a work truck, more of a play truck, or something that can cross over from work into playing out on the weekends, going out camping, going out to the desert, stuff like that?
It's got to do it all. I mean, there's 2 million people in the truck market, And so there's work truck people, there's play people, there's commuter people. We call it three-dimensional. You know, it's a work truck, it's a play truck, and then it's also the commuter truck. And that's who we're going to go after with it. And through our grade structure that we have, we'll have our base truck, our S grade truck will be set up for work guys. And then we move up into our SV grade, which is our more popular grade. It'll have lots of features added to it. And then we'll move up to our SL grade, which is our near luxury. And then we have our Pro 4X, which is sitting behind us.
Correct.
And that's our off-road truck. You know, the people in Colorado, they're looking to go to the mountains. They're looking to go off-roading, go out to Grand Junction and play out there. This is the truck for them, and it's set up for off-road. And then lastly, which we have on the center stage, is our Platinum Reserve, and that's all new for us. We've not offered that grade on the Titan before, and the fastest growing part of this segment right now is the luxury truck. These are guys, exactly, these guys are the ones that could buy a expensive Infiniti or luxury vehicle, but they're truck guys, and they're like, I want a vehicle that is as comfortable as my Infiniti, but it's a truck.
Right,
and so now we have that truck that has that level of luxury and comfort and amenities in a truck, and it just looks fantastic up there, and we've got great reviews on it.
Now, this is the first time that the Titan has been redesigned in 12 years. Is that correct?
It's been a few.
It's been a while.
I've got a little gray from it.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you guys were sitting down at the design table, what was the most important feature that you guys wanted to change?
I don't know if it was a feature. I think it goes back to the same thing that we've done before. When we launched the 2004 model, we listened to the customer and we had a lot of unmet needs. I mean, we were first with the spray-in bed liner and the damp tailgate and the channel systems and the wide open door on the king cab. We had power in the bed, we had bedside storage, we had illumination in the bed. These are all features that weren't really out there in the market at the time that we launched, or they were never in the market before. So we had to go back and say, what are the customers looking for now in their truck? And the first thing that popped was this diesel engine. I mean, it was loud and clear.
Yeah.
So that's where we concentrated on. Styling. I mean, you could have the greatest truck, the best power, best this, best that, but if it doesn't look good, people don't want to drive in it.
Yeah.
So, of course, styling is a key aspect to this truck. And then lastly, but most importantly, is quality. Every single engineer in our company was asked to think quality first. It doesn't matter if you're putting the bolt on this tow hook or if you're putting the engine together. Quality is your first metric that you're going to be judged against, and everybody took that to heart. So, you know, the styling, the quality, and the powertrain, which is the lifeblood of the vehicle. That's what we were thinking about with the new model.
Now, can you tell me anything about when it's going to be available or how much it's going to cost?
I can't tell you how much it's going to cost. I wish I could, but it'll be competitively priced in the segment, and it'll be available later on this year.
Later on this year. All right. So, Rich, since I can tow 12,000 pounds or more, there's got to be some cool little trailer doodads and gizmos and stuff in there that's going to make it easier for me. I've got trailer brakes. I've got great mirrors. I mean, what can you tell me about that kind of stuff?
Well, the truck also has an integrated trailer brake controller. One of the items that we wanted to have for this truck was if the customer had a gooseneck trailer, he could drive into a dealership and drive away with the new truck. And that means that he's got to be able to have the in-bed hitch already in the truck from the factory, and he also has to have a trailer brake controller right from the factory, and all of those are on this truck. So now he walks in, he can hook his trailer up, hook up the 7-pin connector, and he can drive away with the new truck, with his trailer.
Just bada bing, bada boom.
That's it. And also we should touch on our mirrors on the truck. We've got oversized trailer tow mirrors with the blind spot mirror on the bottom, and then your normal large mirror on the top for your driving. And then we also have blind spot warning, which is key for big. I mean, this is a big vehicle.
It's really big.
That's right. And when you have a big vehicle and there's small cars on the road, you need to be able to, see around or at least tell you when somebody else is in that lane.
Yeah.
And then lastly, there's an innovation that Nissan innovated a few years ago on our Murano line, and that's our round view monitor. And that's just a no-brainer with a truck this size, that you have cameras to go all the way around our vehicle. And one of the innovations that our engineers had to overcome is that our trailer tow mirrors do slide out, but that camera has to stay fixed in one location in order for the system to work. And so they were able to design the mirror so that it could slide out and keep that camera
So it slides out around the camera.
That's right.
Fascinating.
And you would think it would be easy to do, but it's technically to make sure it's exactly in the same spot each time. It took them they figured it out and got it working for us. So we're real happy with the way it turned out.
And that technology on my infotainment screen, it gives me like a bird's eye view of what's around the car at 360 degrees.
That's right. All the way around the truck, you have cameras. But we didn't stop there because we know truck customers also want audible feedback. They just don't want visual. And so now with this truck, we have our front sonar on the truck, and we also have rear sonar. So, a lot of truck customers like to back in. I prefer to back in because when I pull away, I get a better view of the parking lot when I come out. But having that audible feedback, even though I look at the camera to see how close I'm getting, I like the audible to say, okay, solid beep, it's time to stop.
Right.
So
now I know I can get this truck into a variety of different configurations in terms of cabs and truck bed lengths. What can you speak to about that?
We're going to have an all-new single cab. Currently, on our current Titan, we have the crew cab and our king cab truck cab configurations. But new for this model, we'll also be adding a regular cab truck. And then to go along with that regular cab truck, you have to have the 8-foot bed. So now we have the 5.5-foot bed on one of our crew cabs. We have a 6.5-foot on our King and our XD crew. And then you also have an 8-foot bed on your regular cab. So we're covering it all. I mean, if you're a work guy, 8-foot bed is what you need to have.
Definitely. Now, I also heard in the presentation that I can fit this into any standard garage.
Standard garages.
But how big is your standard garage?
And we did do some research on this before we lined this out. Standard garage is 22 by 22 for a 2-car garage, and now most new homes are now looking at 24 by 24. So standard size garage, this will fit right in.
Yeah, well, I'm living in the wrong place because if I had a garage, it definitely would not be that big. Well, thank you so much, Rich, for taking the time. I know you have a ton of work to do today here at the Detroit Auto Show. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, it's Emmy Hall for TFL Truck. Hey, why don't you go to our website, tfltruck.com, for more news, views, and real-world reviews. And you can catch us on all those social medias. Take care, y'all. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you.